Get back on Facebook.
Bring up the other page.
You're up.
I'm up. Let's make sure we got
Sound.
this. I'm not having a good day.
Hey, look, you're live.
There we go. Check sound.
You hear? Oh, maybe I should plug us in.
Oh yeah, we're not plugged in. Oh yeah, we're not plugged in. All right.
How about now?
We got good sound now. All right. We got good sound now. Okay. Got to plug us in. Hi, Russ.
Turn the sound in. Plug it.
Turn the camera on and plug the sound in at the same time. Okay. All right. It feels like it's been forever since. It's only been a week. I know. It's been a long week.
Well, because last week we were out, right?
Oh.
We were in,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Carolina,
Yeah.
and we did the post show on Thursday.
Yeah. Yeah, it has been a while since I've been in here. Busy running around in Carolina. Eating barbecue and visiting customers. Yeah. We were at FN. We stopped in to see the guys at FN. Stopped in, seen the guys at Palmetto State. Iron Valley Supply, previously Bangers USA. And saw a couple the local gun shops. Stopped in. Nichols, that was a heck of a store, wasn't it? Nichols down in, that's in
Just south of
south of Charlotte. Yeah. Coming up from Columbia. Huh?
the Rock Hill.
Rock Hill, I think it was. Yeah. Beautiful store. Fantastic. Like a little mini Cabela's. Kind of the funny story is that, we're going down the freeway to go to this Nichols gun store, and and they got a big billboard up on the freeway, next exit, Nichols Guns and Ammo, blah, 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 blah. So we get in there and we're talking to the manager of the gun store, the gun shop. Beautiful place. They got archery, they got guns, they got clothing, they got, it's literally a little mini Cabela's. And the manager of the gun store was telling us that about, 20, 30 miles north is the Cabela's. And right smack in the middle of Cabela's parking lot is a billboard, and they have that billboard. And they do so much billboard work around the state that Cabela's has tried to buy that billboard from the billboard company, and they won't sell it to them. So the people that run their own Cabela's, the management of Cabela's has to walk out in the parking lot of their store and look at the competition's billboard. And sure enough, we drove by, and there it is, bigger than day. It's funny. So, I got nothing against Cabela's. It's one of my places I shop. I love Cabela's, but I think it's just funny that they got a little rivalry, billboard rivalry going on there. So no, we had a good trip down to Carolinas and got a lot done. Got a big project we're working on. We can't talk a whole lot about it, but there's some really cool stuff happening here, and yeah. Yeah, Josh and Adam did a nice job last week talking about our handguards and everybody else's handguards, some of the really cool stuff we make for other people. My wife says sounds like a country song, eating barbecue and visiting customers. You just gotta, yeah, you gotta lose your dog or your truck. Well, I've lost my truck, so. Oh, that's a long story. You don't want to get me started on that one. So you've been seeing a video or two popping up with me. You saw one last week, a few days ago up in the new studio. That we're not going to use that studio a whole lot for what we do here. We'll do some videos up there, but the problem is that the ceiling is so low up there that we can't put our bannering up in there. So we're kind of stuck here in the little studio. But it's a nice room up there. It shows a nice view of the shop, and we'll be doing some different stuff up there on and off. But the main show will still the T350 show will stay here so we can make sure we get our logo and our bannering in behind us. And I got my workbench, it's a little tight up there. If you're like 6'2", 6'3", you got to watch your head. Andy's got to he's got to be a little careful if he stands up fast. So, you saw me in the videos talking about some of the stuff we're doing. We're working to revamp our websites. We do have a couple of websites for our business. We are a business-to-business entity as well as a business-to-consumer entity. And to keep the two separated, it made the most logical sense to have two websites. One that is specifically for the business-to-business guys, and then the other one that is for the business-to-consumer. Obviously the business-to-business guys buy in much larger quantity, and they get preferred pricing, they get dealer pricing, that kind of stuff. And our pricing is pretty darn good. If you look in the marketplace, our pricing's pretty good. So if you go to bowdentactical.com, that is the business-to-business website. And that one's pretty good. We're doing a little bit of work to that one, but we're revamping a few things there. We've redone the store there. And there's now a thing to redirect. So we've had a couple of people pop in there and want to buy something. And you got to create an account, and that's for, like I said, the business-to-business guys. So we're redirecting them to the BYOAR.com website. Now, the BYOAR.com website is for you guys. It's for the consumer. And really, more than anything, yes, we have stuff for sale there. I'm going to say stuff. We have stuff for sale there. But the main focus of that website is education, teaching, tips, tricks, building, all the different stuff that comes with the community that we live and work in. The main focus of that website, it was intended to be educational. And we realized that when guys are coming in and gals are coming into the website, the first thing they're getting slammed with is buy. The first thing, boom, there's a big, and next thing you know, you're in the store and you want to build your own AI, and next thing, boom, and you're hit with this big thing that says pay this much. And it's like, whoa, wait a minute. I'm just curious here. I'm just nosing around and I'm looking to figure out if I want to do this. So we're reworking the website to gear towards education. And we've started what we call, back up real quick for 1 second. We have the A Architect brand. Now our marketing team came up with A Architect, right? It's right there. And obviously it's a play on the word architect. And an architect is a guy who builds, right? He designs and builds buildings, houses, structures. So, and the first two letters are AR, right? So it was a natural thing to say, hey, if you're building your own AR, you're an A Architect. And we built off of that play on words, it's the A Architect series of parts. And you'll notice that, we have the cornerstone, and we have the foundation, and we have the elevation, which are all levels of blueprints when you're building a house. And then, the parametric, when we say, everybody says, what's a parametric trigger? What's that mean? Well, it doesn't really mean anything. It's just a term that's used in architecture. And we were like, hey, that sounds cool. Let's name it that. So, it's a drop-in trigger, but it's called the parametric trigger because we're looking to keep with that A Architect theme of building. So, the journey of the evolution of a Architect, right? You got a guy or gal, maybe somebody took them to the range, said, here, shoot this, see how, and they handed them an AR. And, we saw it when Rick and I were down in Alabama. A couple came and they had just got into the lifestyle. She and he both had never shot an AR before, and they were there kind of checking things out. And they both shot ARs at the line, and she's like, I don't know if I want one of them, and she was kind of hemming and hawing a little bit, and, she dumped a couple 10-round mags, and next thing you know, she was like, hey, we got to get one of them. You know, she liked it. She thought that was a pretty cool platform for her. You know, the lightweight, the ease of recoil, the ease of handling, all the different aspects of it. She liked it. And, you know, he was looking for something for hunting. They both had recently become hunting. So you've got that person that's curious and they want to see what's going on. And, you know, maybe I want to buy one. Maybe I want to build one. How do I want to go about this, right? There's a whole lot of things that if you bought one, you need to know, right? How to maintain it, how to upgrade it, how to clean it, the different types of ammunition, the different weights. What does it all mean? The different barrel twist rates. There's all this stuff that unless somebody sits down and tells you what it all means, you don't know what any of that stuff means. 1 in 7 twist, 1 in 8 twist, 1 in 9 twist. What does that mean? 55 grain, 62 grain, 77 grain. What does that mean? You know, how do those two interface with each other? How does the twist interface with the grain weight and to give you the stabilization of your bullet? And, you know, so, and pretty soon your head starts spinning when you're reading all this stuff. Yeah, you know, like Russ is a very experienced builder now. He's built a bunch of rifles. But we all started out with that first one, right? We all started out with that first one. Whether we bought it or we built it, we all started out with that first one. And we didn't know a whole lot about it. And we watched YouTube and we watched different things and we went on Facebook and we got made fun of in different places because we were asking dumb questions. And how could you not know that? And you shouldn't own a gun if you don't even know the answer to that. Well, you know, come on, guys. We all weren't born with the knowledge of how to build and maintain and upgrade an AR. Somebody taught you somewhere along the way, just like somebody taught me, somebody taught all of us. So, you know, we developed the whole platform for education in a non-judgmental, non-snob environment where you can get the information you want and need without getting made fun of and in a non-hostile environment, I guess, right? So, you know, you've got the new guy that just come in and he's curious and wants to know what's going on. Maybe I bought one already. Maybe I'm thinking about buying one. Or do I want to build one for my first one? You know, if I'm mechanically inclined enough to do that. Now I bought one and I want to upgrade it. And then I need to maintain it. I need to know how to clean it. I need to know how to take it apart. Now, okay, I bought one and I know all this stuff now, and now I'm ready to build one. So, you know, there's that, you know, all of a sudden now I'm going to start buying the stuff and I'm going to build one. And then you progress into that. Now I've built 3 or 4 or 5 and I want to build something really cool, you know, I want to build something, you know, like this. Now it's time to build cool. I've got the basics. Now I want cool, you know, and then by the end of it, you are what we call an architect. You're the guy that builds your own rifles. 1, because it's fun, and 2, you get to know the weapon intimately. You understand it inside and out. You know how it works, why it works, and when something doesn't work, you have a pretty good idea of where to go and how to fix it. So, you know, we're going to break down over the next few weeks each one of the if you go on to BYOAR.com, we're going to break down each one of the 5 sections over the next 5 weeks. There's bought one, maintained one, upgraded one, built one, and built a bunch. Okay? And we're going to take a look at each one of those and the different things that you want to set yourself up for, if you know, and the questions you want to ask. Patrick says he loves the non-snob approach, right? And that's why we started the whole thing. You know, I can't stand going to places and watching some guy come in and say, hey, what's 1 in 7 twist mean? And why won't my, you know, 77 grain ammo work? And, you know, and then someone, you know, the first thing someone says is, if you don't know that, you shouldn't even be owning a gun. Well, come on, guy, you know, way to make a guy feel welcome, you know. Hey, you don't need to do that, right? You explain to him what the twist rate is and why faster twist rates are needed and why lower twist rates are needed versus the grain weight of the ammo and all these different variables that play into that. And now the guy has some knowledge and he understands it and he can explain that to somebody else, right? And that's how you grow the knowledge. That's how we grow the community. So over the next 5 weeks, we're going to take a look at each one of those sections, break it down. We're going to have videos, blogs attached to all of that as you go into each section. Yeah, you know, tools that you need for each level, whether it be the blogs, the videos, places to go to get stuff, right? Yeah, we have stuff, but we don't have everything. And we're more than happy to direct you to a different website that has, hey, these guys got a killer deal over here, right? And even if we do have the stuff and you're looking for something different, we're fine with telling you to go, hey, go over to Primary Arms and get it over there. Go over here, go over there. Whatever it is, we're happy to direct you in that. You know, if you want our stuff, that's great. If you want somebody else's stuff, we're going to help you find it and get what it is you want. This is a very personal thing. It's like having a Harley, right? First thing you do when you buy a Harley is I want the chrome that, and I want the chrome this, and I want leather here, and I want that, and I want, right? And next thing you know, you buy one of these, and hey, I want that cool handguard, and I want a light and laser, and I want an extended charging handle, and I want a drop-in trigger, and you know, and it's it's Black Rifle madness. It really is. Once you get started down that road, you can spend a lot of money. Trust me. Yeah, but you're having fun, right? Personalizing the rifle to your wants and needs and then taking it out and shooting it is just a lot of fun. So, you know, that's a little bit of an overview of where we're headed for the next few weeks. Talking about the different levels. It's kind of cool. You go on the website. Yeah, Brian says it never ends. It doesn't. Brian's got like 2 or 3 builds going at any one time, and he's getting parts for this one and parts for that one. And so him and I are friends, and we're texting pictures back and forth, and he's pulling parts off of this one and putting it on that one. And right. So I'm getting notes put up on the wall here at me. Oh, yeah. Safety, right? Number 1 rule. And the first thing we'll talk about next week, you know, you bought an AR, and it's always safety, right? Gun safety, all the basic non-negotiable rules of gun safety, and that's one of the first things we'll talk about next week as we get into the first level. If you go on BYOAR.com, you'll see it's pretty cool. We got the hanging targets that, you know, and the bullet splatters on them spell out BYOAR, and you hit it and it flips over, and we're trying to get it to go pew ting as the target flips, but we haven't gotten there quite yet. We're still trying to figure that out, but I really think that's going to be cool when you hover over the target and you get a pew ting. So, but yeah, you get a chance, go check out BYOAR.com, and hey, give us feedback on the website. You know, we want the thing to be easy. We want it to be easy to navigate, easy to understand. There is a sign up at every level on that evolution, on that journey of an architect. We're saying evolution, right? Evolution of an architect. So there's a sign up to join our architect group, and in that architect group, then you can sign up for the special videos that are going to be coming out that have the unapproved for Facebook content, the stuff we can't talk about, the S word for the S word, because we can't say that here or we'll get in trouble. They'll take our video down. The tips and tricks, how to build, and then you know, we'll talk a little bit about politics. You know, it's an ever evolving world. You know, we just had a major thing happen yesterday. You know, after August, we're not going to get 80% lowers anymore. I'm sure there'll be lawsuits to come. I'm sure a lot of that's going to... we'll see how that plays out over the next few months. But yeah, sign up for the architect group. You'll get you'll get an email then that has a link to the Vimeo videos where we can talk about all that kind of stuff and not get censored by Zuckerberg.
It's not the same as the Facebook group.
Right, it's not the same as the Facebook group. The architect group is, even though it's a private group, it is still limited and it's still monitored by Facebook. So we have to be careful what we do in there as well. So we're going off platform to Vimeo to be uncensored and have a little more freedom. So be sure to join the architect group, and then we'll make sure that you get the information you need to get signed up to get the emails. Hi, Riss. What are you doing watching this? You're supposed to be working. Don't you have some teeth to pull? So, yeah, that's the thing we got going on right now. The big move is getting the websites straightened around and making them user-friendly. Remember now we got Bowden Tactical, which is our business-to-business, and we got BYOAR, which is our business-to-consumer, but more than anything, we want that to be a place for education. 10-minute break turned into a 20-minute break, she said. So go to BYOAR.com, check out the website, and tell us what you think. Give us some feedback. Make sure that, we want it to be easy. We want to make sure it's easy to navigate, easy to understand. If you're having trouble with it,
Find your spot.
yeah, find your spot on that continuum, on that evolution, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and click in there. And it's still some of the like 3, 4, and 5 are still being built a little bit. 1 and 2, I think, are pretty well set. We might add a few more another video or two. There will be a main video for each one that as soon as you click in, there'll be a, hey, welcome to the evolution of an architect, and you're at level 1, you're at level 2, you're at level 3, and this is where we hope you are on the journey, and help you self-identify where you belong on that journey. You shot this one. This is the 9mm that we shot at your birthday party. What is the slimmest and lightest handguard? Man, I don't. One about 1.5 inches is about as low as you. Well, it's got a different handguard on it now. I put the SD handguard on it instead of that sloped handguard. That's why it looks different. It's got the ARV SD instead of just the ARV. There's a lot of good options out there for a slim, lightweight handguard. If I have to plug one of our own that we've built, Talon Tactical Outfitters in Tallahassee, Florida. We designed and built a handguard for them that at 15 inches weighs just over 6 ounces. And, that is one of the lightest handguards out there. Probably next to that would be Odin Works. They're, what do they call that? The O2 Light. That's very lightweight, but there's not a lot of attachment points on that. It's very skeletonized and very cool looking, but there's very minimal attachment points, and that's one of the drawbacks of it. If you check out Talon Tactical Outfitters, I'm sure they have it on their website. If not, you can contact them. I'm sure they'd be happy to sell you one. But it is a nice lightweight handguard. And it's pretty cool, even if I got to say so myself. I designed it, But yeah, the carbon fiber handguards, if you're willing to spend the coin to get a carbon fiber handguard, they are very light. A 15-inch handguard can weigh, 3 or 4 ounces, and with a lightweight, barrel nut there, you've got the whole package for 5-6 ounces. Yeah, Brigand Arms, and again, just no mounting options, very little mounting options with some of that stuff. So, and we all like mounting options. We all like MRM locks and places to put stuff. Yeah, mucho dinero, that's for sure. So, not a super long show today. Just wanted to introduce the new websites. Make sure you get a chance to check them out. And go on there and tell us what you think. Send me an email. Send me instant messages on feedback. If you see something in the website that isn't working, isn't making sense, let me know so we can get it straightened out. We wanted it to be a fun user experience for all you guys and gals. So, Caleb, good to see you. Yeah, I mean, I stick with aluminum. I've never had a carbon fiber handguard. I stick with aluminum. The carbon fiber, I'm sure, is very durable, but it just doesn't seem like it's worth the money for me. You know, a couple ounces isn't worth a couple $100 more. Thanks, Patrick. We appreciate the plug there. So we'll see you guys next week, and we'll start into level 1 on the Architect Evolution, and that is you bought one or you're curious about buying one or building one. So we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for joining us. Remember, you don't have to be an expert to build your own AR, to upgrade it, or maintain it. We're here to help you do that.